Jackson State has the HBCU world above, and really college football as a whole with this latest Sports Illustrated cover. If you haven't seen it, America, it features Coach Prime Deion Sanders, number one recruit Travis Hunter, and Coach Prime's son and Jack State quarterback Shador Sanders on the cover, and a full feature in the most notable sports magazine that we have here in our country. This is the third time that HBCU has been featured uh, on the cover of Sports Illustrated. The other two times you had legendary Grambling coach Eddie Robinson, and you had legendary quarterback Steve McNair from Alcorn State. Okay. Uh, if we just count FCS football, it would be the fourth time. Then that extra time would be when Appalachian State was featured after they upset Michigan. I want to say they
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now they have moved on to FBS now, but they used to be one of these FCS powerhouses. So this is what everybody's talking about, brother. Okay, been a lot of strong reactions about this on my timeline. A lot of people are celebrating. A lot of folks hate. You know what I'm saying? What was your reaction, dog, when you saw the cover?
um, for me, I thought about time because what Coach Prime has done, not just with the institution that is Jackson State University, but for HBCU athletics, it's about time because that's a game changing move for Jackson State. And what Coach Prime has done has been a game changer for HBCU. So why would you not feature that? When you mentioned Coach Robinson and Steve McNair, those are legends. That's one of the greatest coaches ever and one of the greatest collegiate football players and NFL players too, but one of the greatest collegiate football players to ever do it, regardless of classification. And in this new era that we're in, where we're talking about, NILs, and we're talking about you don't have to go to your traditional big school to have that publicity and notoriety. Why not? You know what I mean? So you have all of that. I even like the way that it's portrayed, man, with the real business look to it. You know what I mean? Because so often we are HBCUs are attached to the glitz and glamour and the bands and this is straight business. The way that the look that they have on the cover, I love that too. To show that other side of it, man, because we're always looked at in a way that is very flashy, and that's just a real clean look. I love that too. I love it even when you go from the suit jacket to the uniform to show the flash of it as well, to give you that full look of the HBCU experience, in particular here with Jackson State University. So for me, I just say it's about time, man. This is another tip of the cap to Coach Prime for what he has brought, the attention that he has brought to Jackson State University and to the HBCU experience. Um, I'm proud, and I'm not a graduate of Jackson State University, but I'm proud to see it because, like I said, man, you talk about Coach Robinson, Steve McNair, but just in recent history for Mississippi, is Dak Prescott when Mississippi State was number one, and it was Dak Prescott on the cover. You talk about Greg Hardy when he played at Ole Miss, and they took down Florida. I believe Florida was number one at the time. So those are the moments when we talk about Mississippi athletics. Those are the moments that make the cover of Sports Illustrated or ESPN's magazine, like those big publications.
Mhm.
Those are the moments that are captured on their front covers. So Jackson State has now entered that domain, that space. And yeah, people aren't going to like it because they are entering a space that is reserved for the big guys. Well, Jackson State's a big guy now. You're going to have to accept that. As long as Coach Prime is there, this is a big deal, and it's gonna be a big deal. They're gonna bring in top level recruits. They're gonna be showcased on national television all of that comes with the package. So you might as well get on board because it's always going to be that way, long as Deion Sanders is the head coach at Jackson State University.
Well, man, when I first saw it, I loved it initially. That just off top. That was my initial reaction. Like,
Sure.
because I love growing up, I loved Sports Illustrated.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
As I've told people, as long as I've, been, God dog, I was about to say since we've been doing this, but when you were a teacher, you in the public space too. So I've been grown. I've been telling people. Sports Illustrated, Vibe magazine,
nice,
and Double XL are three of the things that really helped me for real become a reader, an independent. Mama ain't got to tell me to do this reader.
Yeah.
Okay. The other things that would go with that, I would say, is my mama having encyclopedias in the house, because I would just read those.
Yeah.
And this little book, this a kid version of the Bible. I would read that independently. Nobody had to tell me anything about that. So, like, all those things really made me be like an independent reader. And they're all done so well. You know what I'm saying? So growing up reading Sports Illustrated, I knew more stuff about who we were talking about than my homies. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like what I be telling these folks today, I'm coming for my check. When it comes to these other folks we competing with, because I would really go back and put in the work and find out about this stuff. That's how Sports Illustrated made me feel back then. I would read and they wouldn't know all the little ins and outs. So seeing them on there, like you said, being a fresh cover, them jokers looking clean on that mug. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Love that. But then that doggone third eye kick in. I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
I can't close it up. I can't sew it shut. Third eye kick in. All right. So then it was two observations. One, my brother spot on saying it's about time. My brother 100% spot on saying it's about time. Look at the two other instances where HBCU was on the cover. You had to have this brother Eddie Robinson break the all-time coaching record.
Yeah. History. You had to make history. Yeah.
He had to make, like, he had to surpass Bear Bryant. So, like, all the wins leading up to that, he I guess that wasn't good enough for him to be on there.
Right.
But he had to, once he passed the man, it's like, you just clearly being biased then if the man sets the all-time coaching record
and you don't acknowledge
and you don't put him on there.
All right. Okay.
He had to do that to be on there. Let's move to Steve McNair. America. As a man, Jackson State is my family school. My sister is a professor right now at Jackson State. I've set my ass down in Jackson State.
Same.
I would not have been able to be a teacher if I didn't take numerous classes at Jackson State and go through their MAT program.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a pause account. So I don't have a degree from Jackson State, but I Jackson State got some of my money.
Yeah, we both taking classes there, no doubt.
I say all that, and I support Jackson State through and through before Prime got there. But that boy Steve McNair was different.
My goodness.
Okay? Rivalry aside, that man was different.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I ain't get a chance to go see him play.
I did.
While he was, see that?
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that. I didn't get a chance to see the right, but I would always see his stats. That's another thing. My mama would get the newspaper. So let me correct that. And throw the newspaper up in there. After them games, that man put up gaudy numbers.
Yeah.
And I know what y'all see him as for the pros, and he Hall of Fame, in my opinion, from his pro career. But that man was throwing that thing around like Marino numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The man was stupid. That's what he had to be to get the cover.
While rushing for 100 yards as well
Like,
every game.
what was he? Top 3 in the Heisman?
Top 3 in the
Top 3
Heisman.
in the
Come
Heisman.
on, man.
That's what it took for that man to get on the cover. Okay. And now we come to Prime. Shador. Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Prime ain't the first pro to coach at HBCU. He ain't even the only pro right now. Okay? He ain't the first GOAT to be at HBCU. If I want to go to women's ball, you just had Cynthia Cooper, who's arguably the GOAT women's basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it had to be Prime. Somebody with all these media connections, somebody who's, as I've described on here before. And my brother, he's deep off in sports history like I am. So tell me if you got another name, brother. The only brother I would put up there over Coach Prime in terms of media savvy and charisma is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay. So it took it being him, and on top of that, landing the #1 recruit. And you had to have both to get on that cover. It wasn't just winning no SWAC championship. Jackson State been doing it.
Yeah.
That ain't new. For all these folks that's out there be capping and hating and saying y'all wasn't nothing until Deion Sanders came up, that is cap. Jackson State won hella SWAC championship.
Yep.
Across sports.
Yeah, cross sport. That's right.
What we talking? The women's team is a dynasty right now. Okay? The women's basketball team. It wasn't shit. South Carolina State ain't get the cover, and they beat us.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take all this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take all that. So what I would, even though I was happy to see them on there, real ones, hear me now. Don't just hear to get your fingers ready and go to comment, because I done told y'all I ain't looking at that no damn way. So don't waste your time.
Right.
Hear me though, because we own it. If you a real one, we own the same team. Somehow we gotta embrace each other when we are on our own stuff just as much, if not more, than when big media looks at us. You know what I'm saying?
I do. You know, we mentioned those names, and I'll give you a classic example that will tie into what you're saying. Yes, it is great to see Coach Prime, to see Shador, to see Travis on the cover. Because as Black people, as lovers of HBCUs, you get to say, here's what y'all have been missing, America. That's pretty much what we're saying. This is what you have been missing. And yeah, it took Prime for y'all to see that, but here's what you've been missing. But long before Prime came, and not to say that this guy's career matched Prime's career, it was Doug Williams, coach at Grambling, first Black Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? Coach at Grambling had great success. We never saw him on the cover, but he had success. So we knew about that. He was on our publications, right? He was on our airwaves, HBCU Talk. Just didn't make that national.
Or just wherever you went, Black people just knew like Doug Williams, and just Black culture, no matter where you went. Doug Williams, like, okay, yeah. Like your uncle's gonna be like telling you about Doug Williams.
Yeah, they're gonna give you the history. They're gonna give you the history of him. So you know about him, but the only time that he got the shine, the real shine, was during the Bayou Classic. Because that's the nationally televised game between Grambling and Southern. That's when you got to see him and hear him and watch him and his program operate. But he was doing great things before that. You know what I mean? So like that ties into your point of being able to appreciate it without that national attention. Yes, we want that. yes, we see that and we encourage that so we can show what Jackson State is all about, what Grambling is all about, what Southern, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, FAMU, all of them, all the way up to Howard and Hampton, man. It's the experience. It really is. But to your point, it shouldn't take this long because what we're seeing, what the country is seeing right now, we knew this already. That experience has been there long before the snapshots of this Sports Illustrated, photo shoot and feature article.
And you're absolutely right. And what I'm trying to say with this, I expect that of mainstream America. I expect that. It's us I'm really calling the task on this. Because I see it with
I got you. Yeah.
I see it when they had the Oscars so white hashtag. Or they be complaining about at the Grammys, if it's some classic like from our culture, it's an album that's released and we like, oh my God, this is incredible.
And
but
Macklemore wins.
Boom, something like that happens. But then we see our artists won't even show up to pick up their award from the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Or we see Ebony and Jet not looked at, which I don't even know if they still doing Ebony and Jet.
Yeah.
But they ain't looked at like some of these other, like a Vogue or, some of the ones from Main Street. It's like we want to be embraced by these mainstream things so much that we look down on our own stuff. Oh, look, be 100. We are 100% black owned. We are righteous brothers, college educated, family men, all that kind of stuff. America, we even struck out on some interviews now.
That's real.
I know y'all. Real. I know it's some ones y'all want me to have on. Look, I done struck out on something. Don't think I don't be out here trying.
Right.
But
that's real.
If somebody from mainstream call, we gonna hop on. You feel me? It's like going back like when Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali would do his Howard Cosell joints. But go look up Ali fights, post-fight, and hear him talk about sometimes the prediction he made. He would talk about, yeah, I made this prediction on black radio, most of your black stations. He would do Cosell, but he would also love, you know what I'm saying, being with his people too. So I want us, first of all, somebody who got that bag, one of you youngins out here, y'all just graduated from Jackson State, Southern, Grambling, South Carolina State, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, woo. Let's say you come from a little privilege. You just got your journalism degree or you just got a business degree. You want to take this spot and you want to have our Sports Illustrated, and which ain't going to have to be about time. It's going to be the coach of South Carolina State, Buddy Pugh. He's going to be on your publication.
Yeah.
Because they just whooped us. And that man a legend.
He deserves. I was just about to say he deserves it. That's right.
Alabama A&M Coach Maynard deserves something. That man is a character.
That's right.
Everybody be talking about like Mike Leach, who I'm gonna talk about later on in the program. Everybody talk about how he's such a good quote. Coach Maynard is a good quote.
Excellent quote.
But we need one of y'all youngins. Don't let us beat you to it. Don't let us beat you to it.
Yeah.
Notice I said maybe y'all already got the bag, or maybe y'all already got some ties to a banker or something. I ain't got that. Okay. But I ain't gonna hate if you beat me to it. But I'm just saying, we be saying about you right, brother.
No, I get what you're saying.
And I'm thinking it too, but again, I'm like, it wouldn't be about time if we just do us.
Yeah.
And stop turning down us and looking side eye at us, but celebrate us. It Hov and Beyonce skipped a lot of BET awards. Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But they got a Grammy party. Hov hosts a Grammy party every year. But then will complain that the Grammys don't do us right. Then why you got one of your most prestigious events at they stuff then?
Especially when you used to show up to the BET Awards every year.
Like,
Yeah.
like you boycotted the Grammys before because you said how they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's one thing. Okay. We got to own out. Somebody got to step out there and we got to go. Don't let IG Entertainment beat you to it. Second thing, brother, I've been seeing some hate from us.
Yeah.
I've been seeing hate from, it's been black people hating on the fact that they own the cover. I said, what?
Yeah. I never understand that.
That's crazy. Like, Jackson State gonna play your school, man.
Yeah.
So whatever attention Jackson State gets, you gonna get it.
Yeah.
Especially if you beat us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do.
Like that. That's wild. As a Jackson State supporter, I'm seeing my timeline show the old Eddie Robinson cover.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
I'm loving that. I love to see it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hate on that. Hate on that
My
man's legacy.
my guy, my hometown brother, Lamario Kirsten. Shout out to Lamario. His dad coached on the Alcorn State staff when Steve McNair was there. He shared the Steve McNair cover a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's dope. I love it.
Same deal. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like you should be able to celebrate those moments, whether you went to Alcorn State or Grambling or not. Like if you went to Hampton, Morehouse, Spelman, whatever that is, like you should be able to see that and say, that's what it should look like. That's what I mean by when I say about time. It should look like that anyway. Steve McNair at Alcorn State is Steve McNair any institution in this country. He's one of the greatest collegiate football players ever. He played at Alcorn State. Eddie Robinson is one of the greatest coaches to ever draw up plays. He coached at Grambling. We are trying to get out of the space of it having to be the greatest to just being, it's always greatness. Just capture it. Just capture greatness from time to time. You'll be shocked what you will find if you open your eyes and capture that greatness. That's my thing when I say it's about time, because you're missing the greatness. Greatness is happening all the time. You mentioned Coach Maynard. What Coach Maynard is not a one-time great soundbite great coach. That man is like that every day.
Ain't that crazy?
And you're missing it. Like that's what I mean by that. Like America, you're missing it. You're missing
I
Coach.
expect that though. Like it's like, okay, black people be expecting white people to love us more than we love ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Like we be shunning us.
Yeah.
But then we expect them not to do so.
Yeah.
We won't watch something that's black owned, or it's a black owned business. You say, well, that's why I don't deal with these black owned businesses because they don't do stuff right. But McDonald's don't never had a shake machine running for 30 years, and you still go back and get something from there. They've been doing you wrong for 30 years. Been telling you the same lie. You know what I'm saying? Walmart then went from bagging your stuff to now you got to bag your own stuff.
And it's still all good.
They done put you to work and they ain't gave you no minimum wage. And it's still all good.
Yeah.
But it's like we be dissing ourselves, but then expecting white people to love us or show us more love than we show ourselves. That'd be crazy to me.
But you know, that's why it's important for platforms like this, where you can highlight and this one is one of many. You know what I mean? So like we know our brothers and sisters out there that are doing these things to highlight. We just need more, and we need a broader base to see that. You know, something as simple as when we had Rob J on, legendary black sports journalist who does play-by-play for Jackson State University.
Gold in my opinion. I
just got inducted into the SWAC Hall of Fame, which is good. We got to put him there so people in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame can understand his value. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm sorry for interrupting you, brother. I just want to point this out to him. I'm glad my brother brought that up. See, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be done. SWAC, honor him. Folks like us honor him. Because like Rob said, Rob don't think he's going to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.
He doesn't.
He really doesn't think.
but he also will tell you being inducted into the SWAC Hall of Fame means the world to him because
Boom,
he cares about his institution so much. He
boom.
cares about the people who listen to his broadcast every Saturday or during basketball season or during baseball season. It means that
You
much to
hear it.
him.
You hear it in that man.
It means that much to him. So that's what, like,
Great
that
example.
part, that
Great
appreciation, appreciation to him means more than anything. And it's vice versa. If you know Jackson State athletics, you know Rob J. He calls every sport that gets on the airway. So you know him. He is a part of your life. So why not celebrate that?
Boom. Great example. And see, once we do that, once it's two-way street, once Rob J embraces his own, which he has, because he was in local media. As again, I consider him to go to local media.
Yes, he is.
He chose to go to his alma mater and handle I forgot the name of his position that he said he had over there, but it's like he was the director for sports media, I would say.
Yeah, director of sports information and technology, I believe is what they call it.
So he embraced his own. The culture embraced him. So now it makes it easy for us to clearly call out the majority culture in the state of Mississippi if they do not put that man in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. He checked all the boxes. You know what I'm saying? But then when we look at the Sports Illustrated and all that kind of stuff, make sure we fully embrace not only Coach Prime, but the Coach Mayners, the Buddy Pugh,
Coach Fred McNair,
all these Fred
McNair,
I can't count.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, them boys were cutting up down there now. I can't cap about this. Pre-pandemic, like I couldn't be around all corn folk without these folk really just cutting up.
Always in the SWAC championship, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So we gotta elevate our own for real better. We gotta get, and there's money in that. Hey, I ain't saying do it for free. You gonna make some money. Sports Illustrated finna make some money with having Prime and them on this cover. I've seen folks on my timeline saying they gonna get 3 of them things. I'm a magazine guy. I collect magazine DVDs. I'm gonna go cop one. They gonna get some money. Hey y'all, one of y'all youngins just graduated. I just went to Jack State graduation. I saw some of y'all get business degree and journalism degree. Put some of your folk on these covers and figure out a way to get it up in Walmart or somewhere. You gonna get some money. And then when they don't do it, we can say like, okay, yeah, we love to be on your publication, but we got us too now. We love to be on Sports Illustrated, but if y'all don't want to play ball, it's cool. We got this over here. But it's in your benefit to play ball with us. Yes, but if y'all don't want to, okay, we got that. Okay. But and to go back to the other point about us hating on us, please, y'all, one culture, one accord. I've said that before. One culture, one accord. That's whether you graduated from an HBCU, whether you graduated from a PWI, whether you didn't go to a college and you might not have got out of high school. Brother Malcolm said in 1964, if you're black, you ought to be thinking black. It's 2022. And that's not saying be anti nobody else.
That's right.
We're not that.
Clear it up for them because they will put that on you. So clear it up for them.
Don't put that jacket on me now. Don't start with that. Again, if y'all, I'm not going to read it anyway. I told you that. And I know I'm right. But if you're black, you ought to be thinking black. So stop that hate. This helps all of us. All right? Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit statementteesllc.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.